Howdy Disco Citizens, this is Eric Harrison, and this is called We'll Take the Morning. We knew it was over before it had begun. The way she grabbed her wallet, the way he held the gun, at any given moment before the night was sunk. Half the room was bored and sober, the other half was bored and drunk. And the girl is chased, but look who's chasing, blind celebrity. She's a root for royalty, in a crown of plastic jewels they'll be adorning. Tonight belongs to them, we'll take the morning, we'll take the morning. Empty as a promise, with nothing left to hide. Fake it like you're busy, but you're out of love and you're out of pride. Party friends are pretty, and they'll leave you in the dirt. Baby's got the vapors, she's gonna numb it where it hurts. And she'll never dare to face the truth with the lies that glorify. When she opens up her eyes to the casual perjury, they'll be subordinate. Tonight belongs to them, we'll take the morning, we'll take the morning. A cartoon's in the dressing room and he's got the cold. Hold tight to the ones you love, forget the dead you're owed. A prophet and a profiteer are gonna rule by fear. Night falls on the right and wrong, don't wanna disappear. And she'll never dare to face the truth and the lies that glorify. When she opens up her eyes to the casual perjury, they'll be subordinate. Tonight belongs to them, tonight belongs to them, tonight belongs to them. We'll take the morning, we'll take the morning, we'll take the morning, we'll take the morning. Quiet, I can't hear myself think with all the applause. Thanks for coming out to the Crossroads for what was to be a really great night celebrating release of the new single Adrian. But other things have intervened, as we all know, and the notes above my head that should be there tell you two things in descending order of importance. The first is an opportunity to contribute to COVID-19 sufferers and medical staff across the country and across the world who are in dire straits. And the second blurb is some self-promotion, which of course can wait, and that is to listen to the new single Adrian, which I humbly believe is the best thing I've ever done. But it's not going anywhere, so you can listen to it at any time. I have some fun stuff planned tonight, fun for me at least. Luckily, thanks to my advanced age, I cannot see the screen very well at this distance, so I will lean in to look at comments between songs, but I can't see how many or how few of you are watching, so it's not going to affect my self-esteem when I tell a joke that I think is awesome and then I see I'm down to 1 or 0 people watching. I'm just going to remain in my own bubble here. And hopefully have a good time with it. We have some guest singers tonight. We have some props that we're going to roll out. But first, another one of my new songs. This one was released a little while ago. It's a reminiscence about my grandparents' lake house in Copake, New York. It's called Last Cold Day of the Year. See what your father saw, with a great future behind him, and the 80s on their way, where his father came to play. On the last cold day of the year, we should drive to the heart of things, take a long last look at the lake, and see what tomorrow brings. Yesterday's an easy target, doesn't mean we're shooting shoe. Kill the sadness at the root of the last cold day of the year. Reconstruction is at hand. No transmission will we heed. For the fear of falling land. It's the last cold day of the year. Cabin fever, hotel freeze, where we crashed after that party, where we patched it up with ease, till the fault lines became fissures for backstabbers and well-wishers, fell into an earthquake season and a war against all reason. Now we gotta face the fear. We gotta face the fear. Gotta face the fear of the last cold day of the year. Reconnection is at hand. No transmission will we keep. For to feed a barren land. No transmission, no transmission. Thank you. Now to lean in and see who's here. Gary Katz, my old buddy from high school. He was in charge of the East Brunswick High School marching band when I was extremely rude and disruptive. I think the only time in my life I really deserved to be punished for my behavior in school. I was such an ass kisser. And Gary, this is a very belated reply and apology. It's only been a mere 32 years, but I'm really sorry I acted like an ass at band camp, Gary. Because this one time at band camp, I was very poorly behaved. So hoping you accept my apology. And the first special treat tonight is a guest singer. This one is one with whom I've been quarantined. We're not supposed to get close to band members, but when one of them is somebody with whom you've been quarantined anyway, I think it's acceptable. So please welcome the vocal stylings of Jane Harrison. We're going to move so you're in the picture, so I don't hit you with my guitar. Jane just completed a TikTok video, so if you don't enjoy this, tell them what TikTok video you did.
Oh, I did one with my dog.
And where can they find your TikTok account?
Janie.jokes.
At TikTok. Is it like a web address?
No, it's on TikTok.
What? All right. The kids understand, the old people don't. All right, this is a song that was on my last album, Mercy Road. It's called, Jane?
Digging for the Sky.
See, that sounded like I wanted her to introduce it, but I forgot. All right, here we go. Digging for the Sky. I feel a fullness in my chest. I know it could be wasted. Of all the flavors I could test, my fear was the sweetest tasted.
Until you found me out, a fool unparalyzed by doubt. I had to plant my feet on an undecided street. I look at you and I hate myself. You can't take that from me.
When I dive into light and I'm digging for the sky, though I know the odds are loaded and the gods aren't taking bribes, I will wait for you if it's what I have to do. There's a destiny that's calling me and all roads lead to you.
I'm wide asleep, I'm fast awake. I don't know what I'm singing. Stumble upright, did I hear the phone? Was it just my head ringing?
My heart is half undressed, but I can't hold an emptiness. Will fate provide a day when you feel the same way? For me, you're just a memory. It's not my place to say. When I dive into light and I'm digging for the sky, though I know the odds are loaded and the gods aren't taking bribes, I will wait for you if it's what I have to do. There's a destiny that's calling me
And all roads lead to you.
and I'm sending out smoke signals from the hurricane, lighting you a bonfire in the rain. When I dive into light and I'm digging for the sky, though I know the odds are loaded and the gods aren't taking bribes, I will wait for you if it's what I have to do. There's a destiny that's calling me and all roads lead to you. There's a destiny that's calling me
And all roads lead to you.
Jane Harrison. Now, how the hell can I top that? You might as well sign off. All right, so I'm going to look at some comments here, even though it accentuates my beak. Thanks, Shifra. Thanks, Joe. The Crossroads at Garwood, New Jersey is a place that's been home for us since I moved here, 2002. It's very hard in the Garden State to find a club that will support people who do original music. There are a lot of great cover bands around, which is a lot of fun to go out and see. But the support of people who do originals is not to be found. And Lee and Frankel and his bodyguard bouncer, Ronnie Frankel, have been such a godsend to me and to my bandmates for 19 years now, almost 19 years. They of course are closed like everybody else, but I have to tell you that their honey glazed salmon kicks ass, and they are delivering to the area, and I ordered it 2 nights ago, and I'll be ordering it every other night, I imagine, for the rest of the quarantine. They have my credit card, so I kind of have to. So how could I possibly keep the momentum going after my beautiful Jane? I will tell you, I brought props. So it's a very well kept secret. Let me put the guitar down. It's a very well kept secret that the Crash Chorus have a huge following in Houston, Texas, and I don't know why. You know, these things pop up through Facebook algorithms. You never know where one's music can become big, and in Houston, for some reason, we've got a huge following. So out of deference to our fans in Houston, I brought this little percussion instrument. What I'm going to do during tonight's gig, if I'm about to throw something your way that's very recognizable, something that's familiar, something that you can handle easily, you'll get 2 drumstick hits on the garbage can. Okay, and that way Houston can feel comfortable. Even though I'm in New Jersey, you can feel like you have the home field advantage. That's for you, Jose, because you know you're 5'6", I'm 5'6". Brotherhood, you're welcome. So with that theme in mind, this is a song about something that I hope is going to happen very, very soon. It's called Opening Day. This wrote and recorded this with Steve Evetts at Tracks East in the early 90s. And it's still current for me as a Yankee fan. And if you want to throw stuff at your screen because you're not a Yankee fan, that's totally okay. It's called Opening Day. Everybody clang your garbage cans. Sun up on the stadium, it spills into my room, and I can't wait to call up and forgive you. Fresh pinstripe promises, day 1 of 162. And if we win, then we're in first tonight. The Deacons jammed to 109, but they got risotto on the pregame show. Pass me those binoculars, I think I see DiMaggio. Opening day, and the world is fresh and young again somehow. Opening day, I'm alive, and I'm not hurting now. Opening day, my uncle caught a foul ball 20 years ago today. He brushed it off and handed me the prize. I'll never forget the day Bucky took Therese downtown, and Fenway Park became our playground. Reggie's 3rd home run in that one World Series game. Pa spilled his scotch, I'll never touch that carpet stain. I confess I nearly lost my faith in 1988. The year Pa died, they traded Randolph. Winfield would not negotiate. But now I'm back to taste the thrill, and I know I ain't too late to be saved. Opening day, and the world is fresh and young again somehow. Opening day, I'm alive, and I'm not hurting now. Opening day, I knew it was you, Jose. You broke my heart. Yeah, you weren't afraid. You were afraid to take your shirt off because your wife would be embarrassed, or because there was a bad tattoo. Dude, be real. Arbitration, rain delays, high ERAs, George Steinbrenner. I'd be a fool to say these things won't surface till September, but it hasn't happened yet. And anyway, sing it with me. At least they're not the Mets. Opening day, and the world is fresh and young again somehow. Opening day, I'm alive, and I'm not hurting now. Opening day, and the world is fresh and young again somehow. Opening day, I'm alive, and I'm not hurting now. Opening day, opening day. Thank you for putting up with that one if you're a Mets fan or not a Yankee fan. So, what's everyone up to? If the doorbell rings, it's because the toilet paper we ordered 3 weeks ago is showing up. Even though I left a note, I kind of want them to ring because we'd be kind of excited. So I have this new album coming out that I'm thrilled by. Not till late 2020, but we've been rolling out the singles slowly. And the most recent one is this song called Adrian. But if I play that now, you know, that's kind of my Lola, and then you'll leave the stadium before I do the entirety of, you know, Muswell Hillbillies. So I'm going to make you wait for that one. Because Lord knows there's no possibility of you signing off and coming back. It's kind of rude of me not to acknowledge the comments. I just can't see. Hey, Russ. Yeah, Russ Schumacher is a Mets fan, but he's a good friend and he's already forgiven me. And Jeff Banks won't leave because he has a teenage daughter and he wants to hide from her. Come on, dude. But thank you. Hi, Gina. Anyway, thank you to my friends for tuning in. It's great to see the community coming together in lots of different ways. This is just my tiny little piece of it, but I very much appreciate it. I wrote a new song a couple of weeks ago that hasn't even been recorded yet, and I'm not going to pretend that I don't have lyric sheets taped to the table in front of me that you cannot see, but I'm going to play this song for you, and I think it's simple enough that I'm not going to screw it up. It's called Undertow. Old people like me might remember Suzanne Vega's first album. She had a great song on it, I'm Friend to the Undertow, and this is sort of a response to that, which is I am no friend to the undertow. I do not want to give in. So I suppose it could be overread as a song about us staying strong in difficult times, or not. I'm no friend to the undertow. Gonna fight it and I won't let go. So love is blind and we've seen too much. Pulled up lame looking for a crutch. Now I'm no bend to the undertow. Won't abide it and I won't lay low. In the dark with a shovel digging for a clue, till the light of a beacon landed right on you. And we came and we conquered, planted a flag on the beach. Would you hold on to my hand, buddy, up for the retreat? Victory awaits in defeat. Now I'm no friend to the undertow, and I'm writing just to let you know that knowledge is power and it comes to this, the wisdom to know that ignorance is bliss. And we came and we conquered, planted a flag on the beach, and we laughed at the poet who wrote about eating a peach. Would you hold on to my hand, buddy, up for the retreat? It's a long line to heaven, and victory awaits in defeat. Victory awaits in defeat. Morse code on a hospital bed, a Ouija board on the floor where he bled. The voice was silent, her eyes said, only connect, only connect, only connect, they said. So knowledge is power, and it comes to this, the wisdom to know that ignorance is bliss. And we came and we conquered, planted a flag on the beach. Won't you laugh at the poet who wrote about eating the peach? Won't you grab hold of my hand, buddy, up for the retreat? It's a long line to heaven, victory awaits a defeat. Victory awaits a defeat. Next time, I will get that one right. Let's see. Teresa Jackson would like to hear Before You Were Born. Teresa, that one's kind of off-brand. However, you are one of our most dedicated fans. A little while. That's the next guest, and if I bring her out, then I will have blown all of my surprises for you, and then I'm just not going to be able to keep your attention. So you got to keep watching. You never know when she'll turn up. Teresa Jackson, I will do Before You Were Born. For someone who is struggling to establish himself as a tortured artiste in the mold of Mr. Dylan, or a brilliant, cluttered, clumsy, lovable journeyman in the mold of Mr. Kweder over my left shoulder. This song, Before You Were Born, is a little bit off-brand because it's fun and it's happy, and you know, every once in a while I have to pretend. So everybody clap your hands. Come out on your front porches like you've been playing your clarinet to hot cross buns. Before you were born into the world I love, every little cliche fit me like a glove. I tear it up on Saturday, Sunday night hungover and so torn. Before you were born, third trumpet in the marching band, I didn't get much play. All those pretty cheerleaders rarely looked my way, till this one time at band camp, when a color guard girl nearly blew my horn. Before you were born, all those years searching for answers, till we learned the questions were all wrong. Before you were born to become my lovely daughter, we got married, your mom got pregnant, in roughly that order. We'd sit around and we'd talk about your name, all the boys we'd have to warn. Before you were born, pick it, Slim. All those years searching for answers, till we learned the questions were all wrong. Now it's your birthday and I'm struggling with this gift I bought to please. It is pink and it is plastic, instruction in Chinese. Wuhan! I ask whatever happened to the simple things, you'll roll your eyes and yawn before you were born. Before you were born into the world I love, every little cliche fit me like a glove. I tear it up on Saturday, Sunday night hungover and so torn. Before you were born, hate that chord. Before you were born, and before you were born, on an unforgetful morn. Before you were born. Did I just say an unforgetful morn? I meant an uneventful morn. I'm the forgetful one. Teresa, I'm sorry. The next time I play that, I will totally get the words right, I swear to you. All right, let's see if we have any other requests or insults. Thank you, Will Weiser, for the bravo. Thanks, Robin Gershoff. Thanks, class of 1986. Thanks, Adam Sharp, my hero, who's trying to make me look presentable. And Mallory, we got the youth vote in the house. Oh, awesome. Corey's online too. Wow, thanks guys. This is warming my heart. So I mentioned the class of 1986. I will play that song and I will tell you whether you want to hear it or not. So those of you who have seen us live over the years know that a staple of our band was our friend, my producer, and keyboard player Eric Kvortek, who died a couple of years ago. Eric, when we did the album Mercy Road, we started it right when he was diagnosed with the cancer that would ultimately be his demise, and he wanted to keep working through everything, through the entire fight. And that album Mercy Road, it took a while to record because of that, but ultimately it was our collective labor of love, and it is always going to mean a lot to me and the guys when we play those songs, because they were all born in Eric's basement, which by the way did look like it was still 1986, but that's another story. We part of our affection for Eric. But anyway, when around the time Eric was becoming difficult to get a hold of, and I needed, I had a certain guitar sound in mind, and I was a huge fan in the 90s and continue to be a huge fan of Freddie Johnston, who was on Bar None Records, and he was he's cut from the same cloth as I am, and a fantastic songwriter. And his album, his two albums, I would say, Can You Fly and This Perfect World. He's got a lot of great albums, but those two are probably my two favorite albums of the 90s. And the guitar playing on it was by the great Kevin Salem, as well as some other guys, but the guitar playing I love on those albums is Kevin. So lo and behold, kevinsalem.com had email us function, and I emailed Kevin, and he did some remote recording on this song for me, and we struck up a friendship that is much more valuable to me than just the music we've made. And he has produced the entire new album. This was the first song he and I did together, and it is about my friends and the class of 1986. 1986, I knew more than I thought. I drove a great Dodge Colt with a Kenwood deck. My poetry was overwrought. 2-inch speakers blaring blood and chocolate, a sneer I would make my own. I was old enough to reach for more, to trigger shot to bring it home. Looking for a hook or a ploy, I was an upper middle class white boy, chasing credibility in a game yet unexplained to me, knowing knowing that one day we're gonna miss these days. 1986, I set my sights afar. I got a great reception in the friend zone in Capizio's and Dracar. Sleeping on the sidewalk outside Ticker, trying to see the unforgettable fire. It was a year of pride in the name of love, when Bono was declared Messiah. In the name of love, what more in the name of love? Now my expectations and we were always a bit too high on the promise of a wasted kiss, the possibility of bliss, on the feeling that one day we're gonna miss these days. 1986, our hair was big as it could get. I saw my prom date decimate the ozone layer with a can of Aquanet. The music ended, some ascended, some were closer to the bone. We were scared and we were hopeful, heading for the great unknown. Now my inspiration and we gotta make a dent before we die. Blasting through this middle age, tuning out the noise and rage, knowing that one day we're gonna miss these days. Still I believe it, we're gonna miss these days. These days, gonna miss these Thanks, class of 1986, for the memories. It's a lot better in retrospect. I didn't have all that much fun while it was happening. So, but thank you. Let's see. If I have requests, you can all, I know some people have some tech limitations. The email address for requests, and I can field that separately, is ericharisonmusic@gmail.com. And that's ericharisonmusic@gmail.com. I want to give everybody an opportunity to get their jabs in. And thank you. Thanks, Elizabeth. Thanks, Doc. My bandmates know that they have to tune in, or it'll hurt my feelings and I'll start looking for somebody else. Beth Michelson wants to hear Bruce. You know, I hear you. So do I. But I've decided I'm going to only do originals, at least tonight. But I will, I'm going to keep doing this so long as we're locked down, and I promise that there will be some Springsteen in the very near future. So first of all, I'm going to do this show, because we were also scheduled for a show next weekend at the Delancey in New York. I am going to play at the same time next weekend. I will do all different songs from the ones I'm doing tonight. And I'm pledging now to do at least one Springsteen cover. In fact, Beth Michelson, tell me which one you want it to be. And if I'm capable, I will do it. Why don't you give me a choice of 3? I promise to oblige. So we do have another guest tonight, in the form of, you've been waiting the whole time?
Not the whole time.
I'm sorry, honey.
Approximately, like 2 minutes.
The other guest is Eve Harrison.
Hi.
You gotta move closer to me so we can both be seen. So, we gotta move
James
this up here.
sabotaged my setup, I guess.
Yeah, we're gonna fix the setup. So, listen, I know in 2020, it's politically incorrect, and even the person sitting next to me
Careful. Yeah.
would be unhappy with me for using this expression, but I'm gonna say it anyway. When you see my daughters, you can see that I married up.
Oh, I thought it was going to be so much
Is that-
worse than that.
Is that offensive, though?
I don't think so. I'm not offended.
All right, cool. If he's not offended, then we're good. So this is a song that I wrote also on Mercy Road. It's the title track of Mercy Road. It's a song I wrote after we as a family went through a bit of a challenge. Come closer, honey. I want them to see you. We'll get rid of me. We went through a challenging time as a family, and this was a song which kind of channeled my feelings about how freaking lucky we were to have made it through and to have each other. And the third guest tonight,
No, she
I don't
would
want to
kill
do
you.
that to her. I wrote it for my wife Jennifer on her birthday, but it's really for all of us.
It was
And
very sweet.
thank you. All right, now let's see if it's any good. I dreamt I was alone and woke up by your side, thankful for your return across the great divide. Of all the places I could go, the things that I could do, I wanna live my life with only you. I'm thankful for the day you saw what we could be. 10 years of frustration resigned to memory. 2 daughters you taught well to roll their eyes at me, to finalize a fine half-century. Now dark clouds are rolling in, batting down will beat the wind. All that ain't nailed down is gonna blow. Grab my hand, we'll storm the gate, private and secure our fate. No trick of light will lay us low on Mercy Road.
Handshakes and burning eyes, we're broken and we're raw. Shadows and silhouettes, a grace we never saw. You look to me in hope, and I won't turn away. We're strapped in and for the ride we'll pay.
Now dark clouds are rolling in, batting down will beat the wind. All that ain't nailed down is gonna blow. Grab my hand, we'll storm the gate, private and secure our fate. No trick of light will lay us low on Mercy Road. Some say it's just a game and all the fates are drawn. Yesterday's king and queen will kneel before a pawn. Desire and destruction, desolation when it's gone. Is that all there is? You'll ask, won't know until the dawn.
I hear an angel's voice, suddenly so clear, taking me to a place beyond all pain and fear. Humility, tranquility, and all that we hold dear. She's whispering, we will persevere.
We will persevere. Now dark clouds are rolling in, batting down will beat the wind. All that ain't nailed down is gonna blow. Grab my hand, we'll storm the gate, private and secure our fate. No trick of light will lay us low on Mercy Road. On Mercy Road.
there was a moment I turned to you and I was like, damn, I couldn't say it out loud, but I
They'll judge if it was really good. Eve Harrison. So you know who I want to thank for making that possible? Lin-Manuel Miranda. Because my girls took off thanks to marrying a woman who could sing to the entirety of Les Mis and Cats and, I don't know, South Pacific, or she just cringed probably upstairs, but couldn't name a Beatles album. I was entering a very different world when I fell in love with Jen, and my mother-in-law Joyce steeped them in music that was decidedly different from the Ramones and the Beatles, and that's okay. But you know, there was a divide, and the only good the Ramones ever did for Eve was when she was a baby and colicky, when we'd put her on the dryer while it was running and blast Beat on the Brat with a baseball bat. It was the only thing that would calm her, at least on that one day, and then after that, that didn't calm her either. Thanks, Melissa. I will share the reviews. Hey, Todd Rosenberg. Wow, great to hear from you. Anyway, why am I thanking Lin-Manuel Miranda? Well, Jen and Jane, my younger, they were doing something, and the Museum of Queens, there was such a thing, was having an exhibit on the history of the Ramones, and I got Eve to come with me, which was quite an accomplishment. So, and we had horrible traffic, and she was miserable, and I didn't blame her for that. In that horrible traffic, she said, look, if I'm stuck going to see the Ramones, which I don't even want to see, you have to listen to the Hamilton soundtrack. And thus far, everything I had heard that she liked was a little painful to endure. But with the first note of the first song, of course, I felt, whoa, this is something different. This isn't that kind of Broadway. And the bond that Mr. Miranda helped us form over music, I mean, it's extended to other things. Anyway, that's the closest that singing I just did with her is it reminds me of the feeling I had that day. Anyway, back to the art. Let me see if I want to make sure everybody, I don't know, that might be reportable. You know, Dr. Gary Katz, under California standards, I think it is reportable. I think the case we all learn about is Tarasoff, but here in New Jersey, we get away with shit that Californians don't get away with. So you may remember the dirty jurors, Dr. Katz. We'd love to have you back. God knows we need you. Thanks, Jewel. All right, why don't I test your interest in this high art and do Adrian, okay? This is the new single. You can hit the link and over my head, I think it is, to listen to the real version on Spotify. Here's the fake version. She's in the bedroom, she won't come out. She won't answer our calls until we shout. Now it's her birthday, all hands on deck. This intervention's gonna end in a wreck. So we'll try to understand and hope to God she's gonna grab somebody's hand. Her kids are older, all run away. They've talked it over and there's nothing more to say. Her finest watercolor in a golden frame hangs in the hallway calling her back to the game. You can find it once again. That empty canvas like a long lost friend. Adrian, it's the momentary flashes when you can see all you were and you could be. You should know better than anyone else here, and we won't leave till you agree that it's you who hold the key. Now your ex-husband and his ex-wife, every boyfriend tells you how to live your life. Apparatchiks and corporate clones, don't pretend that you're no better on your own. Still waiting down the stairs to write an epitaph for those affairs. Adrian, sad-eyed lady of the suburbs, all the time over you like I should be. You forget, but we're waiting to remind you, and we won't leave till you agree. Please release your grip on me. Still we're waiting down the stairs to write an epitaph for those affairs. Adrian, it's the momentary flashes where you can see all you were and you could be. You should know better than anyone else here, and we won't leave till you agree. Adrian, sad-eyed lady of the suburbs, all the time over you like I should be. You forget, but we're waiting to remind you, and we won't leave till you agree. Please release your grip on me. Please release your grip on me. Thank you, Adrian. Thanks, Chief Mason. If it weren't for police departments and school boards across the state of New Jersey being sued on a semi-frequent basis, I would not have 2/3 of the friends I have. So I guess we need to thank the plaintiff's lawyers, oddly. Nah! Just kidding. All right, we have a request that was made, and let me make sure I got the right one here, for a deep cut from the early years. Yeah. All right. So my old friend Scott Cariff, I actually, I don't know if you're watching, Scott, but you know this is going to be up there for a while. So the first album I put out, album meaning collection of songs, because nobody could afford to press a record in 1990, was called Anyone Can Fill Your Shoes. I wish I had a copy to show you. It's a somewhat embarrassing cover, but at the time I didn't have a clue. And this was a song with featuring the bass heroics of Evan Harrison, who will be the first to tell you that he copped the bass line from, what was that REM song? Was it The End of the World? Yes, he copped the bass line from The End of the World as We Know It, and for some reason Michael Stipe and Company did not send me a cease and desist letter. I can't believe I got away with it. And it has some embarrassing poetry in it, but I was a tortured 20-year-old when I wrote this song called Astro Boy Come Down. song that we can dance to. Sing us a song we know. Tell us how to live our lives. Tell us where to go. Sitting on a bench looking tragically hurt, quoting Nietzsche in your brand new shirt. Stop this struggle to make sense, straddling an electric fence. Astro boy, come down. Get your feet back on the ground. Take a look around. And Astro boy, come down. Sing her a song that she can slave to. Sing her that song she's heard before. Tell her how to wash your dishes. Tell her just what love is for. Yeah, she's got a brand new boy. He draws the shades, close the door. She swoons, his lips drip poetry. Tell me who's gonna wipe the floor. Astro boy, come down. Get your feet back on the ground. Take a look around. And Astro boy, come down. Did she tell you she was aching? Did she tell you till her tears ran dry? Have I told you just how empty I've been? Have you ever wondered why? Sing me a song that I can break to. Sing that song you sang before. Tell me how I should read your letter. Tell me, should I read them at all? Tearing pages from a little black book. She never gave you a second look. I knew you were heading for a fall. I read your treatise on the bathroom wall. Come on down. Get your feet back on the ground. Take a look around. Look around, hey, Astro boy, come down. This is the part of the song where original guitarist Matthew Krajewski starts shredding. Go, Matt, go! This is the part of the song where I would look at Matt, same key I think, and he'd laugh and keep playing, and eventually he'd find the right key. We miss you, Matty. Yeah. You know, when my voice was 20 years old, it could handle that a little bit better. Thanks for tuning in, though. I saw a couple requests pop up, but the way this thing works is they get bumped up by the other statements. So I'm going to watch. Hey, look at all these people getting together. Hey, Mr. Altabella. Hey, Preeti, thanks for watching. All right. So, okay, so whoever had a request, I'm going to give you a couple minutes to repeat it because I missed it if it happened during the last couple songs. Or maybe somebody emailed it. I'll check. I want to make sure that I have a satisfied customer base. So, you know, I'm going to, for those of you who feel obliged to stick it out or who are enjoying themselves so much, I'll tell you I'm going to do maybe 4 or 5 more songs. This is what I do with juries. I tell them, I promise you I'm going to be less than a half hour. That way I force myself to be a half hour, because trial attorneys, like lead singers, have a tendency to fall in love with the sounds of their own voices. So we need to, hey Tony, I did opening day already. You'll just have to listen to the playback. Well, maybe I'll do it again. Len Calandra wants to hear Stormy Revolution. Len Calandra asks for something, Len Calandra gets it. If you know Len Calandra, you know that. So I'm going to do Stormy Revolution. This was, every singer-songwriter who worships that guy over my shoulder has an Angry Young Man song. And my Angry Young Man song, he had many, but Like a Rolling Stone is really the template after which all Angry Young Men's songs are built. And this was mine, Storm Your Revolution. Also released on cassette in the 90s. Back when you had something to fight for, and the world was a thorn in your side. Your words didn't come from no cue card. The truth was something more than the next convenient lie. And everybody laughed at you, baby, though you swore you would turn it around. As you tore out your soul before a sea of empty chairs, did you dive into this just to drown? You said it makes no difference to you 20 times or more. Head on the corporate chopping block, death rapping at your door. When they threw you in the oven, babe, you knew it had begun. How quickly your ideas go from half-baked to overdone. I can see a different world where the kiss of life is an execution. It breaks my heart how I'd like to storm your revolution. They'll be calling the kill consequential, kicking all the corns out of your cup. Will your poverty and grace take you to a safer place? Just a marketplace for martyrs in the rough. Like a doe you froze up in love's headlights. Like a snake you slid under the hood. Now the engine keeps you warm as it robs you of all form. Are you so surprised to be misunderstood? Where the shell shock of the centuries just begs you to explode. As you become what you despise, just do as you are told. In a dungeon full of visionaries choking on your dust, your siren song is soundtrack as the sweat begins to rust. I can see a different world where the kiss of life is an execution. It breaks my heart how I'd like to storm your revolution. I can taste the blood in my dream, where a shotgun blast is the sole solution. It breaks my heart how I'd like to storm your revolution. I'd love to storm your revolution. I'd live to storm your revolution. Thank you guys. I need a little breather after that one, okay? So I'll describe to you one more of my props. Speaking of my old friends from East Brunswick. Next time, make the video landscape. I will totally do that, Jeff. I will consult with my people. I assume there's a button that says landscape, and even I'm capable of figuring that out. So I want to show you the third piece of artwork here. We got Dylan and Kweder. This is a photo taken by my old friend Jordan Krantz, who may have even forgotten that he took it. When I saw it in the 90s, I knew I had to frame it, and I want you to see it. Can you see that? Oh, it's hard to see, huh? In that light. So anyway, we have Las Vegas, and we have Bally's, and we have Engelbert perched atop Robert Plant. And Engelbert is perched atop Robert Plant for what looks to be a run of about a month. You know, the precursor to Celine Dion and Britney Spears, I suppose. And both of them, Engelbert is on top of Robert. And at this point he was still howling. He wasn't yet a bluegrass dude. And beneath both of them is the all-you-can-eat buffet. And this just, to me, captured America. And so I asked Jordan for an extra copy, and I framed it. And it's in my garage next to Kweder and Dylan. And let's see if I can keep this back up there. And I just wanted to share that with you. And I want to thank Jordan again for adding that furniture. So I see a debate is raging over landscape. You guys work that out, okay? Because I have art to create here. So I'll do a few more songs. My loving wife sent some hearts, and I did see that she requested I play another one of my new songs. Don't tell me what to rotate, Jeff Banks. Don't get naughty with me, baby. Not till backstage after the show. Oh, behave. Okay. When I go to Austin Powers, I know it's time to shut up and start singing. Let me just tune up a bit. So this may or may not be the next single. It is what I thought was a country duet until, you know, I go through this pattern every time I write new songs. I think, of this batch, this is a hit. This is something that people are going to want to hear. And this one, Down, 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 I thought I wrote a hit country song. So I recorded it, and I, thanks to the glories of the connectedness of the musicians world, I found this wonderful singer, Rachel Potter, in Nashville, and we duetted on it remotely. We've never been in the same room, but you wouldn't know it from the quality she brought, and I'm really, really proud of it. In fact, we're going to release 2 different versions of it. So anyway, I finished this song, and it's good to go. And I sent it out. You know, there are a lot of people who will take the money of struggling artists who, and prey on our fragile self-esteem and tell us we're wonderful, and pay them a little and they'll consider our work. So I pissed a little bit of money away on that into the country world with these people who pitch songs to publishers. And I thought it was a no-brainer that this was a great song that somebody might want to record. And I was set up for a few phone conferences, and I was told, you know, it doesn't have anything about a barbecue. I don't hear anything about trucks. And Lord knows there's no Jesus in it. So where do you think you're going with this? So apparently I am not a country songwriter. I commend to you this wonderful song that Eve showed me by Bo Burnham called Panderin, Panderin. Look it up, it's funny as hell, which kind of captures that world. But anyway, what I have learned in the last year is that when a song is country but without the twang, or country without being popular country, it's called Americana. And I accept that. I accept being an Americana artist, whatever that however broad that may be. But anyway, here's the song, Down, Down, Down. Hope you like it. Cold metal gate in her backyard. She played the fatal card, and he's been crawling back to her ever since that day. He could call, but she's so far away. Driving to work, she plays the part, smiling hard through a broken heart. And she can't name her enemy, but she's angry just the same, looking for a way out of this game. They've got nothing but the past to blame. All the gratitude that you can buy, gonna come again and by and by. We won't be down, down, down with all the waiting, all the time we get before we're dead. Turn around now, honey, look ahead before we're down, down, down with all the waiting. Now we don't sleep like we once did. A worried world makes a worried kid. And when she gets to Shangri-La, takes a room and makes a bed. Wanna keep her safe, gotta keep her hid. Slamming on the brakes only makes her scared. All the hurt you feel and don't know why, wanna erase the glimmer in her eye before we're down, down, down with all the waiting, all the time we get before we're dead. Turn around now, honey, look ahead before we're down, down, down with all the waiting. Now there's blood in the water for the lovers, the sisters and the daughters. The best lack all conviction, 'cause the witness has gone cold. The worst are full of passion for a throne that's bought and sold. All the gratitude that you can buy, gonna come again and by before we're down, down, down with all the waiting, all the time we get before we're dead. Turn it around now, honey, look ahead before we're down, down, down with all the waiting. Thanks, guys. Elizabeth Stamler, don't give him any ideas. He'd leave me in a hot minute for her. Ooh, what have I missed? I'll review that later. Honey, I can't leave you while we're quarantined. So I'll do a couple more. Thanks for being with me tonight. This is actually fun. A little sad, a little panicky, but a little fun. All right, let's see. I'm gonna shout a couple alternatives. We have Static Nat or we have 22nd Birthday. I'm gonna play one of those two songs. For the next 30 seconds, I'm gonna take votes. Static Nat versus 22nd Birthday. Here we go. Eddie Consol's playing air keys. Awesome. I'm not getting any votes. That means you want to hear neither of them, or maybe both. I'm gonna vote with both because it would be too crushing to my self-esteem if you really wanted to hear neither. Thanks, Lisa. I appreciate that. You know what I need to hear. Will wants Static Nat. Lisa wants both. All right, we got 2 for Static Nat. 2-1. It's close. Always like 22nd. We got a tie score. 22nd Birthday, Static Nat. 22nd is edging out. We got 22nd Birthday on the inside. We got 22nd Birthday, 4-2. 4-2 on the inside. Oh, who's going to make a comeback from the back? This is why they don't let Jewish people into the Kentucky Derby. I could never really do that properly. All right, 22nd Birthday has it. It is my hope that notwithstanding my age, that this is not as creepy as it might seem. From the nightclub on the corner where you bought my worst line, to the noose hung on your front porch, fully fell, I followed blind. Made a promise not to leave you, and I'll keep it till I do. Love's rehearsal to a loss, now it's all coming true. The rain pours down, she drops my hand, it's her 22nd birthday. I never thought we'd come this far with nothing left to say. Does this make sense to you on your 22nd birthday? I can let you leave, but I won't let you get away. Now I can walk steady, hold me, I don't care what you're thinking, call me. I can get along without you, go ahead and make me have to. I know you'll pass the audition for a part that'll fit the description of a girl looking for a way out, or a woman choking on doubt. The rain pours down, she drops my hand, it's her 22nd birthday. I never thought we'd come this far with nothing left to say. Does this make sense to you on your 22nd birthday? I can let you leave, but I won't let you get away. Hey. My back pocket is useless, it holds something I can't contain, like a love denied expression, like a tempest on a chain. So I'll stand here feeling stupid, and I'll stuff it in your hand. One step from walk away, 1,000 steps from understand. And the rain poured down, she drops my hand, it's her 22nd birthday. I never thought we'd come this far with nothing left to say. Does this make sense to you on your 22nd birthday? I can let you leave, but I won't let you get away. Hey. I think I can love her. since I tried that. Thank you. All right, I'll do Static Nat next. Hey, Tim. Jackie really wants to hear it. From my old friend Jackie, anything. And for everyone else who voted for Static Nat. So I will tell you about Static Nat, whether you want to hear it or not, because enough of you are interested that I'll have at least a couple listeners. You're welcome, Jeff. This is my pleasure. This is an ego boost for me, man. I'm not really... This is self-indulgence, but if we're having fun, then awesome. So I had a starter marriage that didn't work out too well. And as things started going south, one of the moves that was made was the adoption of a kitten from the Monmouth County ASPCA. And as this beautiful little cat, which was like the size of my hand, grew into a force of nature, almost with perfect alignment, the marriage was unraveling. But the cat was a symbol, a vessel of my affection into which I poured all of my hopes for the future, even though my immediate future was not looking great. So Nat, literally, because he sadly was taken from his mother very young, when he would sleep in our bed, this cat sucked on my neck thinking I was its mother and gave me little kitten hickeys, which was somewhat ironic when people would see that, because, well, that wasn't going on otherwise. And maybe I shouldn't have told this story, but I started. Sorry. And anyway, I kept Nat when the relationship dissolved. Nat lived with me and gave me a lot of joy. And then when Jen and I moved into a very small apartment, which was not a good setup, especially since she was soon with child and this guy had claws and had been an outdoor cat for a long time. We found a great home for Nat with my partner and boss, Joel Werble, who lives on a farm, so Nat could live outside, and he had a wonderful 15 years or so. He lived nearly to 20 years of age, and it was in 2015 or 2016 that I got the call that Nat had finally shuffled off this mortal coil. And I was happily married with a couple of kids, but Nat was a great symbol of the hopes that I had had in an earlier chapter that had not yet been realized, but luckily for me became realized. And so this song was about Nat, and it's called Static Nat, and I hope you like it. Sorry for the long introduction. Early morning I was out walking, stressing over a day's report. Heard a bark at a feline shadow from long ago when we came up short. 20 years to the day I met you, got the news and I did reflect. Your 9 lives and the one I savor, though back then I was kind of wrecked in that. Static Nat, we got a real gone cat. Static Nat, we were lost in a wasted summer at the county SPCA, stumbling through a broken marriage, trembling in a corner cage, separated from your mother, every night sucking out my neck. That was all the affection I got, and I gratefully did accept in that. Static Nat, sanity diplomat. Static Nat, I'll be stable when I'm able, Lay my lute right upon your table. I'll be stable when I'm able. Can we start again? Doing time at the local mulch pit, mauling mice where we got your start. Will we find you in oil or stalling? Will she die of a broken heart? Static night tearing up the carpet, static night messing up my clothes, pushing paper to make this living, watch it all going up her nose like that. Static night, got no time for that. Static night, and I say I'll be stable when I'm able. Lay my lute right upon your table. I'll be stable when I'm able. Can we start again? Static night tearing up the carpet, static night messing up my clothes, pushing paper to make this living, watch it fall right up the nose. Static night, static night, static night, static night, you're a real gone cat. Static night, a static night, country aristocrat. Static night, and I say I'll be stable when I'm able. Lay my lute right upon your table. I'll be stable when I'm able. Can we start again? Never has that last line been so meaningful. Now Sammy says he wants me to write a song about him. Well, get to it, Eddie. Hey, you guys have been awesome for hanging in there. Thank you for so much. I'm going to do one more song for you. There's still a lot left in the tank. So I hope you'll join me next weekend if you got nothing better to do. And if you like this, I hope you share it once it's done. I think you can do that once it's solidified. And we're all in this together, etc. There are 2 links above, and the most important one is, today I was thinking there are so many scammers. Where am I going to put my money to help people who are less fortunate than we are and make sure that every penny goes where it's intended? So the research that I did suggested that the COVID-19 link above is really a good one, and that it's going directly to the front lines of the people who need it. So with that, I thank you for watching, and this is Born to Fade. To fade, time slips away. Will we ever really know the taste of glory? Not to yearn, but naturally to burn, so bright that only time will know the story. If they're right and we're wrong, what's the worth of a song when melody will only promise more? And you wish that it played as you slept in the shade, and you woke to a world born to fade. Born to fade. When you came to my aid, every other sound became such senseless clatter. Into thee, and it came to the tree. All the time was saying no, they wouldn't matter. Say it's not Thanks, guys. Have a great night. See everybody soon.